guys, Hassan Qureshi from Drive with HQ, and today I'm going to tell you how you can pass in Luton in your driving test. Well, in order to pass, obviously I'm expecting that up until this point your trainer has told you how you're able to do the roundabouts. I'm going to give you some tips in this particular video, and these tips is going to help you huge in your driving test. So without wasting any time, let's just get on with this video so you'd know what all those tips are. But before that, if you haven't subscribed my channel, please subscribe it and like it and hit the bell icon button so if you can get all the updates which will be coming in the future. Right, the first tip, before I continue, I would like to mention it here that these tips are only for the driving test in Luton. And again, I'm expecting that up until this point you know how to drive, you know all of your mirror, signal, position, speed and looking process. And if you know this, then I can tell you these tips which will help you massively in your test. As you already know, and your trainer have probably told you about this, that when you get out from this test center, which is right in front of you, your examiner will do the process of checking your identification. They will introduce themselves to you, and then they will take you towards the car, and you sit down with them. They ask you about the show me tell me questions, and that's a little bit of process which you have to go through with them. But once you get out from the test center, which is right in front of you, the first tip which I'm going to give you and which I will help you is know the difficult roundabouts in Luton. And this is the tip which I will be showing it to you in my upcoming videos, one by one in a sequel. So the first is the roundabout, and the second is some points in your driving test route which I will be telling you in my video referred as point to remember. So these are the two tips. If you follow those two tips, there is a higher chance for you to pass the test. So in this video, I'm going to show you how you will do those roundabouts one by one. Today I'm going to show you the roundabout which is near Dunstable, which is the Tesco Roundabout, and what will be involved on that route, which you need to remember, referred as point to remember. So remember those things by heart, and if you can remember it, and if that will help you massively, guys. I'm telling you, this will help you massively in your test. So let's just get started. I'm going to get out from the test center, and I will be talking you through of all of that process, and then we just take it from there. Also, by the end of this video, I will be telling you some other tips, so keep watching on these videos because it will help you massively. I'm going to start the car. I'm just going to do all of my checks, and I'm just going to drive out from the test center. At the end of the road, I'm going to turn right. And I'm taking the next turning on the right. Now, as I'm driving, I'm going to take the next turning on the left at the end of this road. Here is the point: when you're actually out of the test center and when you're going towards this way, which is Dunstable Road, going this way, you can tell yourself two things. you are going towards the test route, which is going to take you towards Bedford A6, or your examiner most likely to take you towards Tesco Roundabout, which is near Dunstable. Now, the test routes are quite a lot, to be honest with you, and I won't be able to go through with the whole of the test routes, but I will give you some very important tips which will help you in your test, and believe me, if you remember them, it will help you massively. So, Tesco Roundabout. That roundabout, and there's another roundabout before it, has got some tricky things to do which you need to remember. If you do not understand while you're driving with your trainer, this little tip would help you if you could just remember it by heart. It's just like memorizing it. And how you can memorize it, I can tell you when we get there. Or in fact, I'm going to tell you now that when we get towards the roundabout, which is just before Tesco, it's very individual, it's very unique. It's unique in a sense that it's only got one exit pointing towards right, and there are two lanes going towards that roundabout. And sometimes when you get there, you get confused which lane to be on and what signal you need to give. Now, whenever you go right from the roundabout, your basic instinct tell you that you need to give the right signal after checking your mirror, of course, and you want to be in the right lane. But on that roundabout, you're actually doing something entirely different. On that roundabout, you want to be in your left lane, and you do not want to give the signal, take it as a bend. That's what you need to remember. Take it as a bend. In your test, if you are in the right lane and if there's someone on your left-hand side, on the left-hand lane, and later on you realise that you're about to take the exit, they become a victim of either a lane discipline or observation. That why you didn't check your left mirror, why you didn't check properly, or you were not in the correct lane, and your examiner may not pass you. But if you will remain in the left lane, then I can guarantee you won't have any problem at all. So that's the first roundabout just before the Tesco, and I'll tell you when we get to the Tesco roundabout as well. Let's just deal with this roundabout. We're going to go straight from there, taking the second exit. That's a normal roundabout, which I'm expecting that you already know how to deal with the normal roundabouts by now. Point to remember which will be coming on this road, and that point to remember is when you get over to a traffic light which will be coming up in the next 300 yards, there will be two lanes which will be going straight towards Tesco Dunstable side. Try not to be in the right lane, stick to your left lane, because the left lane is the most appropriate lane if you're going straight from the traffic light. And the right lane, it is going straight as well, but it is for overtaking only. So if you stick to your left lane, as you can see, that right lane is merging into left lane, which will be a bit difficult task for you as a learner to merge. So stick to the left lane and just carry on at 50 miles an hour, because that's the speed on the road. Keeping my safe distance from the vehicle in front. In next 200 yards, we will be seeing that roundabout. As you can see, it's just approaching now. In 50 yards, you can see the sign just pointing towards right, the first exit. So, we don't need to give any right signal. If you're going towards Tesco side, you want to be in the left lane. So I'm sticking myself to the left lane. Do not need to give any signal at all. Take it as a bend. As the exit comes, check your mirror, give signal, and that's done. That's very simple if you keep it simple. The next roundabout is coming up. The next roundabout which is coming up is Tesco Roundabout. Will be 3 lanes over there, and there's one there's just one thing you need to remember. Either you're going from this side to the other side towards Pointers Road, or coming from Pointers Road towards this side, which is towards Hatter's Way, stick to the middle lane. That's all you got to remember. Before the roundabout, stick to the middle lane. And wait for the right to clear. And when it's clear, as soon as you enter the roundabout, push yourself to the most outside lane, just like that blue car. And then you take the exit, and that's job done. What you need to remember is that if you stick to the middle lane before the roundabout, and by mistake if you push yourself into the middle lane, that's not for you. The middle lane is for the right-hand lane vehicles only. So you need to ensure that in order to take the exit, the rule is to stick to the outside lane if you're taking the exit. Remember that rule, because most of the time, a lot of people or a lot of students they do not pass because they think the middle lane is the most appropriate lane. So do not do that mistake, and that's what you got to remember, guys. And I hope you will remember it. So that's it, guys. That's the Tesco Roundabout. Please let me know in the comments below, how did you like the video? Do you want to know something else about this roundabout? Is there anything else which you want to know? Anything in regards to your test, just put a comment below and I will try and reply you. Follow me on the Facebook, Instagram, the links are there. And until the next video, you take care, and I'll show you the rest of the stuff in my next video. Take care.